Today on the Fairy BOSSmother Show,
Boom, Vanessa. Boom, Vanessa.
I love it.
I met with Vanessa Davis Frederick, a woman who calls herself mother, wife, a beach girl, community helper.
My top priority is definitely beach girl.
Love it.
A creative resource finder, basically everything except her own identity.
I was the only person with children that worked in my office, and I was the only person fired.
This is someone who can source manure for farmers.
What is the biggest grant you've gone after, Vanessa?
As a team, $4 million from the National Endowment of the Arts. Yeah.
Champion community projects, win prizes for okra, raise kids, run virtual assistant work, help small businesses grow.
Do you have a website?
I do. I use the free Google site right now.
Why? Why do you do that?
But she's doing it all without a clear sense of who she is and where she's going.
Let's give you a better name that reflects exactly what you do and really elevates your status and your credentials and credibility.
So here's the challenge. Can I help Vanessa stop running for her community and finally step into the identity she's been avoiding?
You gotta pinky promise me, do not become that corporate robot and sound like an AI.
Let's meet Vanessa Davis Frederick. Now, before we meet Vanessa, I asked her a few basic questions about herself so I can see where the gaps are in how she talks about herself. Let's take a look. When I asked her, what is your business all about and who do you serve? Vanessa said, our mission is to empower businesses and organizations by providing expert virtual assistants and innovative solutions that unlock funding opportunities. We strive to foster economic growth, drive social impact, and enable our clients to achieve their full potential. Oh, okay, that was a lot. This sounds so generic and so corporate. Number one, she's already saying our. There's a lot of busy words like innovative solutions and unlock funding opportunities. There's not a clear direction on exactly what that dartboard is doing on the board. And she's also talking about virtual assistants, empowering businesses. It's like, girl, who are you serving right now? That is so unclear to me. I'm going to ask her about this. Next, I asked her, what are your main goals for your business right now? And she says right now she's launching her classes and taping them. Okay, my first question will be, who is this for? Who is this for? Because talking about entrepreneurs and minorities and farmers and all of that other stuff, it's a lot of people. And what purpose do her classes, or I guess her online course, is going to provide for that audience? Today, I'm going to be digging. Next, I asked her, what's the biggest challenge you're currently facing in reaching those goals? And she said, consistent client opportunities so I can scale. I would focus on government contracts and live classes, but I have to baby my current clients and it takes time and resources. Bingo, he's nailed it. She has to babysit her clients because she's doing VA work. She's doing all the running around. They don't respect her. So my challenge will be to reposition her so she is a high value asset instead of a runner doing all of the crappy work that her clients don't want to do. No. Last but not least, I asked her, have you done any work on your personal brand? And Vanessa said, yes, I'm constantly doing this through speaking events, hosting my own radio show, surveying my clients, finding different partners to share with my brand, teaching classes, and not taking jobs that don't help me promote my reputation. Okay. Ooh, that was a lot of information she gave there because it sounds like she's trying really hard to get the visibility that she desperately needs. Having said that though, what is the results that she's getting based on her effort? Or is she just doing all of this busy work and not getting anywhere? Hamster wheel, that's what comes to mind. All right, girl, I've got you. Let's meet Vanessa Davis Frederick.
Vanessa, welcome to the Fairy BOSSmother Show. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great. You're speaking all the way from Florida today.
Yes, enjoying some last minute sunshine before winter happens.
Oh man, good idea. Good idea. So Vanessa, I usually ask all of my guests this one question. Do you want the full-on boss mode where I go deep, dirty, and I hold no punches? Or do you want the kitty gloves on and I go slightly softer on you today?
I think I could take full-on boss mode. Honestly, I'm in need of some honesty.
All right, I'm going to punch the hell out of you. Okay, let's get these off. Gloves are out. Right, Vanessa, let's start off with a warm-up round. Can you tell the audience in like a 30-second pitch, who are you and what do you do?
I am a mother, wife, daughter. I am a creative. I am a beach girl, and what I do is help people find creative resources. So I have farmer friends that I find wood for and manure for my garden friends, and grants and other things to help people fund their dreams.
Okay, that was a lot. Okay, so obviously you have multiple hats like most of us do, right? What would you say out of all of the list that you provided to me today? How do you prioritize that? What is your top priority and then work your way down?
Well, once COVID happened, I got an opportunity to reassess my priorities, and my top priority is definitely beach girl.
Love it. Okay.
And then after that becomes wife, then mother, then daughter, simply because I live around family and I have a large family. And then I start thinking about, how I can help everybody in the world through my business.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about your business. You mentioned mignon, and that's the word that's sticking out, right? Beach girl mignon. I don't know how that goes together. But before you decided, right, this is how I'm going to use my power to be able to help the people that I want to help. What was your life before that decision?
Well, I mean, just a quick recap. My family had us in 4-H, which is a U.S. based organization that kind of teaches kids some of the skills that they don't learn in the school setting, like citizenship, leadership, and farming is a part of it. And so I've always been a dirty girl since then. I used to grow prize-winning okra and peanuts and things for the fair. And then my parents also had a nonprofit. My mother happens to be from Ghana, West Africa. My dad was considered a Gullah Geechee native, and they used to do a lot of community work, celebrating Kwanzaa and things like that in the community. So from a young age, I've been civically engaged, and I've taken all those skills along with a couple of jobs along the way and got into business development. And with that, then COVID happened, and I got an opportunity to really reassess what my skill profile is and what I actually enjoyed about the job that I was doing. And it really was the puzzle of helping people find funding, whether it's through sponsorships or loans, or like I said, grants. And I call it creative resourcing because I have a lot of friends who now own farms, own gardens, and they need things like manure and that is a cost that is associated with it. But if I can find it for free, I take it as a win. I love it.
Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Girl, we need to go a little bit deeper about this idea of helping other farmers. I mean, why, number one, is this based in the US or are you doing it externally like West Africa? And secondly, how did you develop this business? Is it a nonprofit? Is it for profit? And if so, how are you sustaining yourself right now?
Currently I'm based mostly in the US, the work that I do, but I have some virtual assistants that I work with to make my business 24/7 that are around the world. And that's also because in the United States, there are certain opportunities that I'm already, involved in and tapped into, like government contracting and opportunities for U.S. vets and things like that. So because I have that knowledge, I'm focused mostly on U.S. based businesses. How did I get into it? Like I said, COVID definitely happened. I was the only person with children that worked in my office, and I was the only person fired. And so I was like, wow, that goes to show no matter like how much hard work I put in, what I'm actually doing for the company, I'm definitely replaceable. And so I had to reassess what is most important to me. And obviously my environment is super important to me. I am a beach girl. And then also the family structure that I have, and making sure that I'm pumping out good citizens to the world. So I have to definitely focus on my kids, focus on my household, and make sure everybody is on a great path moving forward for their future. And so once I put those things into perspective, I said, okay, well, I have all these great skills. What can I do with these great skills at different hours of the day, whenever I have time to get to it? And how can I, definitely bring a profit into the home? And so that's when I started first as a grant writer specifically. And then I realized that the population that I was speaking to needed more assistance. And that's when I pivoted to doing the virtual assistant and virtual coaching.
Right. Wow, that's like such a big shift to I want to work for someone, and then you got singled out because of your responsibilities outside of your okay, that's really shit. That's not deserving. And then you decided, right, I want to be able to use my skills and the talents that I have to be able to help these other people get their funding that they need in order to grow. And it's more than just funding. You mentioned virtual assisting as well. So it sounds like you do pretty much everything for these people.
It's a menu of things. With the service-based businesses, I obviously have like certain subscription packages that I have prepackaged. But once you get to talk to people, you get to learn more about their actual needs. So like I said, I started specifically with grant writing, but I would get to a couple of clients and they were like, yeah, I want a grant, but I don't have a organization structure, or I don't have a social media account, which is something, or a website, which is something grantees look for to see what your actual impact is. Or I'm not keeping my books up, or I want a grant and I know I can get a grant, but I'm not doing the things that I know that would need to keep that grant money and not get it revoked. So that's when I pivoted back to the virtual assistant, because we're focused on funding. But I understand that the back end has to be ready for any kind of funding, whether it
because
be loan.
you know what, to be honest, a lot of small business owners are guilty of this. They don't know what they need, full stop, right? Of course, every business owner say, I want money, I need to make money, that's the reason why I started this business, forgetting the long-term impact that their business may have, right? They need to be sustainable. They need to be able to have a roof over their head. But of course, money is the biggest stressor of their life, right?
Yes.
Then you come along and you're like, well, you need this. And okay, you want money? I'm your girl. I can get you that money. Having said that, though, not when people look at how you are operating as a business, you are not professionalizing yourself, right? Because if the structure's not right, or they have no kind of like visibility with the work that they do, you need to know what they're doing and how they're going to use that money, right? The one thing that bothered me, Vanessa, is you called yourself a virtual assistant, right? You said, well, they don't know what they need, and I'm going to help them figure out all the things that they need, and then I'm going to do all the things to be able to get them ready to get that money. When you describe yourself as a virtual assistant, how do people react to you?
Well, it's a mixed bag. I definitely say that my title in my business is the lead researcher, because that is what I am most interested in doing. I like the puzzle aspect of it. So I like to do the research and find the opportunities, but I do get a mixed bag. People say, okay, virtual assistant, like what exactly does that mean? And like I said, I also work with a group of ladies that help me do the virtual assistant part. So sometimes people kind of shrug their shoulders and are a little confused as to what that means. Sometimes people kind of minimize, exactly what the impact a virtual assistant can have on your life and in your business. But once I kind of get into the passion part about finding the funds and things like that, people usually kind of see where my heart is and can move forward.
Okay, so I'm curious to know, Vanessa, what's the biggest thing from getting you to your ultimate goal for yourself?
Well, the biggest thing that is preventing me from, or the biggest thing for me to get to my ultimate goal is got to be, I guess, more of an education on exactly what it takes to do, to get the funding, to get those loans, or to get the grants. I just started pivoting towards some classes, simply because I'm doing a lot of one-on-one work now, and there's only so many hours in the day. And I feel like I can impact more people with classes. And I also hope that can bring an education to potential clients and just the community as to the work that I do.
Wait. Is this educating the clients or educating yourself about the process?
I do a lot of professional development on my own, but I've started teaching grant writing classes. I'll start next week. I know this goes out a little bit later, but I'll be doing some grant writing classes for creative people in particular. So artists, musicians, things of that nature, how they can continue to do their art and how they can fund their dreams.
Okay. Wow, you have a lot of audiences going on right now. So you mentioned farmers, you mentioned small businesses, and now you mentioned the creatives. If you were to pick, Vanessa, like your heart's like, do you know what? If I was to just like get a pen and go bush and it goes on a dartboard, where do you want that dart to hit?
That's a great question. I would say if I was to take the data from, people that I worked with in the past that I've seen good successes, it's definitely women, potentially women of color, simply because of the opportunities there, potentially women veterans because of the opportunities there. Nonprofits are easier to find funding for than for-profits. So I would definitely say maybe women-led nonprofits anywhere in the country.
Okay, that's still quite broad because you're focusing on the gender, right? So, okay, men, sorry, men, Vanessa can't help you. We're looking at women now, which is fun. You need to narrow this down at the moment because the thing is, when you have a really wide scope, it is going to be impossible for you to, number one, talk to them eye to eye. Number two, elevate your value, because right now you're being undervalued, Vanessa. I'm a virtual assistant. I can help you get grants. I could do grant writing, and I also help you structure your business and provide social media. And I have a team of other virtual assistants. It's like, wait. What do you do again? I don't understand. And then that's it. They are like, I don't want to talk to this woman. I don't know what she's doing. I don't know how she can help me. So it's like getting a focus and not narrowing it down. Your focus needs to be like tunnel vision. Like, I'm helping you and I'm going to be talking to you. So I want us to do a really quick thing.
Okay.
I want you to put your palms out, just one hand. Okay. Right now, you're talking to your audience, right? This is the back of your head and this is your face. You're going blah, 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 talking to your audience. Now, what I want you to do now, when you're reflecting on the work that you want to do and the impact that you want to leave, Vanessa, I want you to just turn your hands around. What do you see?
I need some lotion.
This is a mirror. Your mirror does not need lotion, girl.
What do I see?
What do you see in the mirror?
I see enthusiasm. I see, interest. I see myself.
Right. Enthusiasm and interest from yourself, right?
Yes.
That enthusiasm and interest needs to go boom out back into your audience. So when you're talking to your potential prospects, Vanessa, you're talking to yourself first, right? You know what these guys need. You need to be able to connect the dots for them. But in order for you to get from, like, there's loads of different processes going on, right? You can put your hands down now. There's lots of different process to getting that grant. You need step 1, baby. Then you need step 2, step 3, step 4. Then you get the money. You cannot skip any of these steps. If you want to get to step 5, that's where I come in. So you're selling your knowledge, not for free. You're not just doing a grant writing service. This is something highly valuable because you're helping them skip through all of the steps because they don't have to do this now. It's being outsourced to you, right? So they're paying you to be able to get more money. And we're not talking like $50 here. Grant money is serious money. What is the biggest grant you've gone after, Vanessa?
As a team, $4 million from the National Endowment of the Arts. Yeah. But solo, 100K, and got that for a business owner, which is big boo.
Okay. That just slapped me in the face, okay? Teamwork. You managed to get 4 million. Right. In your business, you're not always going to be working by yourself, Vanessa. It's always going to be you plus your team. But you are the leader behind this business. You can have a team of people, but it's going to be you that's going to eventually win this grant for your clients. You got to own that success and shove it back to your clients' face and tell them, I'm capable of winning $4 million worth of grant because I've done it before. I've helped smaller businesses secure $100,000. Wouldn't that money be life-changing for you?
Oh, yes.
Right? What would $100,000 mean for your business? And on top of that, you'd never have to pay that money back.
Yeah.
How would that transform your life right now in your business? Boom, Vanessa. Boom, Vanessa.
I love it. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. All right, Vanessa, there's one thing that I forgot to ask you. What made you decide, you know what, I need to get on the Fairy BOSSmother Show right now?
We have been LinkedIn contacts for a very long time. And honestly, I enjoy the networking aspect of it. I enjoy new conversations. Being an entrepreneur, sometimes you feel like you're in a silo. And so I appreciate someone taking the time to just give me a different set of eyes on some things that I've been looking at, for the past 3 years over and over again.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So you've been doing this for 3 years, right?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Do you feel like you've been like spinning your wheels and just kind of like going around in circles going, why is no one taking me seriously? Why am I not getting paid? Where are the clients? I know they need me. I'm the shit. I'm really good at what I do. Where are
Yes.
they? Yeah.
Yes.
What would it mean for you to like stop going around in circles for yourself? Because you do the same thing for your clients. You stop them going around in circles because of money.
Yes, yes. The consistency would be great, just to be able to wake up and not worry about client acquisition. I love the part of having a clients that help retain clients. I love the personality. I love, sending birthday gifts, sending anniversary gifts for people. But I have to get the clients in first, and which is, always that struggle.
Yeah. So Vanessa, girl, I feel like you have undervalued yourself so much. You have so much you can offer, but there's no structure right now. And you're calling yourself lead researcher, or you're calling yourself virtual assistant. These are like assistant level positions, right? If we were to Google, what does a lead researcher do? Are you really leading, or are you working under someone? Same with the virtual assistant. The name assistant is in the title. Already, you're not working with your clients as a partner, you're working as an assistant. So you're already lowering your status to your clients who are not even giving you the time of day. Right. So you know what? Let's figure this out right now. Let's give you a better name that reflects exactly what you do and really elevates your status and your credentials and credibility, because you've got that, girl. You already have that.
Okay.
Yeah. What's the first thing that comes to your mind? You know what? Close your eyes. Don't look at me. I'm distracting you right now. Right. Vanessa, What is your job title? Please do not say CEO or founder. That does not exist. Or president. That does not exist. Give yourself a legitimate title that you can stand behind.
Consultant always comes to mind.
Okay.
Business bestie. I do enjoy the personal aspects of it. So, something about helping people through a fog, or guiding people kind of comes to mind.
Okay, so we're not going to use words like guide. Okay. But as a consultant, you are literally guiding them through the steps, right? And as a consultant, you have like top level knowledge to be able to do this work. Already the word consultant has so much more weight than assistant. Would you agree?
Yeah.
And then you mentioned you want to help women. So I think we need to start using that when you're pitching yourself. So you mentioned women of color. I think, look, you're looking in the mirror, you're already going to attract women of color. So you don't actually need to say, I help women of color. Because if you're not helping women of color, I don't want them being put off by you not working with them. But you also mentioned entrepreneurs, creatives, farmers. I think right now, that bullseye, who is the person in that red dot? Okay, everyone on that board are women, right? Sorry, men, you're a secondary target audience. Vanessa's not going to talk to you directly, but if you want to work with her, she'll still say yes, because there's no discrimination, right? But when it comes to the way you're communicating yourself to your audience, you're going to directly talk to those women. Business besties. Okay, you want to have that sort of like friendship level relationship with your clients, because you're sending them cards and you're giving them a wedding anniversary. Who does that, right? This girl. Yeah. So when I'm saying these things to you, Vanessa, how is it making you feel?
It's eye-opening. It's definitely, like I said, sometimes I feel like I'm just spinning my wheels because I'm the person who's kind of leading where I go, and I pick my professional development, and I pick all my things. So I have all these great things swimming in my mind, but it's hard to kind of pull them all together and give myself the structure around it. So it's nice to have a sounding board.
Yeah. All right. So this version of you that I'm talking about, that's the way I see you. I see you doing these amazing things with these women, right? But yeah, you need the structures, because if you're going to give your client structures, Vanessa, you need 100% structure. We're already elevating you with a better job title. It doesn't matter if you have 1 million people working under you. It's still your company. You are still leading it, even if you're on a beach somewhere. You know what? If you're on a beach somewhere, better take those Zoom calls on a beach. Girl, I'm on a beach and I'm still helping you. That's how much I care, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. When I reflect back on how I see you, Vanessa, what does this version of you mean for you, for your life and your family?
2025 has been a very interesting year for business. especially the grant writing and the government contracting aspects of it. So what it means is, outlook on my next year, opportunities for goal setting. Definitely, it helps me tailor my marketing messages, who I am trying to reach, through that focus versus just trying to catch everybody that I can, which will also mean, more time for my family, more time for me to spend with them. So I'm not just trying to grab every single client that I can get. It also probably means saving a little money. So I'm not just, generally marketing versus targeted marketing.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So, Vanessa, we're halfway through the show. Would you like me to go deeper or do you want me to stay steady?
We can go deeper. I'm fine. I think that'll be fun.
Okay, cool. So I'm curious to know, Vanessa, do you have a website?
I do. I use the free Google site right now. It's because
Why?
it's
Why do
more
you do that?
it's, it's more internal and I could easily change the content on it.
Vanessa, I'm going to take a look at your website. I'm curious to
Okay.
know how you talk about yourself, what you actually say about your business. Do you feel like your personal brand is reflected in the work that you've done so far?
Yeah, I definitely have drawn on the things that I, did in the past, working with my parents' nonprofit and things like 4-H and teaching in the past. So I've drawn on some of my life experiences to bring it forward. I picked some really fun colors. Teal and salmon kind of alludes towards the Florida style, the coastal style, a little bit fun font. I have some reviews on there and some frequently asked questions.
All right.
I think so.
All right. Well, I'm going to go in and check out your website. Are you scared?
A little bit, but it's going to be okay. I'll be okay.
All right, Vanessa, you asked for hard mode. All right, so let's go into Vanessa's website. All right, I am scared to say this out loud, but Vanessa's website is sites.google.com/view/do and talk/home. I'm already really exhausted saying your domain name because you don't actually have a domain name, girl, right? What is up with that? Have you secured do and talk? Is that your business name, by the way?
Yes, I have it, the domain. My issue is pointing the domain to the site. So I just need some additional help with that.
Yes, girl, it's called getting out of Google. Do not add your website on a free Google website because you know what? This is like if you want to show people that you are this badass professional, chilling on the beach and still getting money for people, you need to be able to reflect that version of you right now, exactly on your website, on your marketing, on your socials. And right now, you've got a freebie as your representative, right?
Yeah.
So we got to get you out of there. And then, all right, first thing I see is get funded with #do and talk. What's with the hashtag?
A lot of people find me through Instagram and social media. So that's just typically how I a landing page. Okay. Just my hashtag. Yeah.
All right. I would recommend definitely get rid of the hashtag. They found you. Good. Now the job of your website is to convert your followers into, oh my God, I was looking for Vanessa forever and I didn't know she existed. And now, she's my girl. She can help me, right? It needs to hit. And right now you're get funded. No. Do you want to potentially get $4 million into your business and sit on the beach with me kind of vibe,
I got you.
Throw numbers. I want that beach girl vibe. So in their face because that's aspirational for them. Yeah. And Vanessa, you told me your number one priority is to be that beach girl.
It is.
Yeah. Let's amp it up. Okay. No more talk about being a virtual assistant. You're either a virtual assistant or you're a coach. You can't be both because it's wait. I'm confused. Am I hiring an assistant? Am I hiring someone to level me up? Right. But we've decided on at least he's consultant. You're more like a business consultant with grant writing specialization. What you want to say is I'm a business consultant that could get you between this and this much money. Trust my process. My team and I will do the work for you. You need to make sure that you show up in the right way in order to secure that $1 million grant. Okay. Yeah. All right. So what our clients think, this is great, but these are just screen grabs. There's no names. They're anonymous. And I don't think it really reflects the work that you do. So while you are still building up your client portfolio, it might be better to have a video of you and talking about the work that you've done so far, the impact that you've made. I want to see you on that beach. I don't care. That's your thing now.
It is.
Vanessa's on the beach. And you know what? We can make this really bold while you're sitting on the beach. Make sure the lighting and the sound is like in really good quality. I'm sitting on a beach right now because this is where I'm always at. Welcome to my HQ. Right from where I'm sitting, I can help you get $1 million interest-free for your business. And guess what? You don't have to pay that back. If you don't believe me, get on a call with me. You know, you need that call to action. You need to grab people's attention and kind of be like, I'm so confident in what I'm doing. Look where I am. Yeah. All right. How are you feeling? Can you see it in your head?
I definitely can. I can.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I've got some mics and some screens, so I might be able to make that happen sooner rather than later.
Yeah. Girl, business consultant is what you do. Business consultant is what you do. So I want to try something out because I've been doing a lot of talking. Vanessa, I'm going to grade you. So get your best version out right now.
Okay.
She's getting ready. Vanessa, 30 seconds. Don't waffle. Be very, very clear and direct. Vanessa, who are you and what do you do?
My name is Vanessa. I am a business consultant that can help businesses, organizations get between 50 to 100K within 12 months through grants and other creative resources.
Okay. All right. That wasn't too bad, actually. I'm going to give you a D for that. That wasn't bad. I was expecting worse, actually. So you did okay. Now, what I want you to do is get a little bit deeper, right? Remember who you're talking to, right? Let's get that mirror back up. Vanessa, who am I talking to?
I'm talking to myself.
All right. So COVID hit. You just got fired because of the fact that you're a mama. That is not right, right? Imagine you were talking about this story to your audience. Ladies, let me tell you my story. COVID hit. I had a really secure job. I was doing all the right thing. I was one of the hardest workers in this company and they let me go. I was the only person they let me go because I'm a mother. Now, imagine if that happened to you, right? Your livelihood is gone. You have no security. You've got mouths to feed and you're like, what the hell am I going to do? Plus, it's COVID. How am I going to find another job during COVID?
Yeah.
Right. Vanessa, share that story. That is your becoming, the person that you are right now. And this is how you're going to get to the hearts of the women that you want to help.
My name is Vanessa Davis Frederick, and I wear many hats, as many women do. During the 2020 COVID crisis, I was furloughed from my position as a business development manager with my kids and my husband. And we had to really understand what was important. And I took that opportunity to pivot into my own business because I used some of the skills that I've learned throughout my life experiences, especially in business development, to find grants and other creative resources for that particular organization. And now I use those skills for my friends and my clients. And so as a business development or as a business consultant, I can help you find creative resources to fund your dreams.
Okay, better. Vanessa, did you hear the difference on how you sound right now?
Yeah.
You tell me, how did you feel saying that out loud?
A lot of grant writing is narrative. So it's definitely just like that process, being able to tell my story in tiny tidbits to give clues as to who I am and where I'm coming from and why I should be the person you work with. So it felt good.
Yes, exactly. Because this is not the Vanessa show where you're telling people your whole life story. You're basically going, look, that could have been you. But guess what? I've gone past that now and I've got a system in place and I've helped. Girl, don't be shy about humble bragging just a little bit because those numbers matter. You know, you do have the receipts to say 4 million. I have to keep looking down because I'm just like $4 million. She helped secure $4 million. She helped secure $4 million.
I did.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
Big numbers. You also help secure $100,000 for a small business owner. If you want that level of funding in your business where you do not have to pay it back, I think that's important because you're now separating yourself from all these loans, business loans that have interest and you do have to pay it back. Grants where you just have to qualify to get it. Big difference. So you're not telling these women, I'm going to help you get a bank loan. And then it's going to be like something ridiculous, like 12%. You have to pay it back by 12 months. Oh, what happens after the 12 months? Girl, you're going to be in trouble. Your house might be taken away from you. That is not you. But you could actually use that narrative to say, if you don't want to be person A, come and meet person B. Oh, I just got qualified to get a $100,000 loan for my small business owner. By the way, I had a business for a year, women led, right in Florida. Let's just use that as an example. And I do blah, 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 blah. I didn't do this by myself. Vanessa helped me. Would you rather be person A or person B?
Person B, definitely.
Yeah. So this is another way that you can kind of like pitch what you do and position yourself as like that business consultant who can get serious money for businesses. You don't need client testimonials now. You've got an A/B test going on right now.
Yeah.
Can you do that?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And I still will probably work on like a review. I have that 3-month review with all of my clients, and I'll just ask them if I can post some of their reviews on the website with their name.
And that's fine, because that's what you need. This is how you're going to, boost up your credibility more with those testimonials. Having said that, though, you don't need it right now. Yeah. You don't need it. Don't rely on that at the moment.
Sure.
There's enough going on inside to be able to say, you know what, I do believe in myself and I do know what I'm doing. And I have the receipts to be able to do this again for you. Just trust my process. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, Vanessa. We're wrapping up now. What's the biggest realization you had today on the Fairy BOSSmother Show?
The biggest realization is a humble brag is not horrible.
Yeah.
It's important to state the facts, and how else will somebody know if I don't tell them?
Exactly. Do and talk. Do I hear that?
Yeah. It was my college nickname, was talk and do.
Okay.
Amongst friends, because they say I would just say that I'm going to do something and I would do it. And I take that same kind of mentality into the business by making sure whatever I say I'm going to do, I do it.
Oh my God, look, that's another angle you can go at. That's awesome. That's so awesome. You don't just talk, you talk and then you do. Why don't you call it talk and do if that was your nickname?
I don't know why I switched it around. I don't know.
Switch it back. You're still small enough to be able to like really tighten up your narrative, pull in your personal brand and go, boom, this is me. And the fact that this was even your nickname, girl. Yeah. Your personal brand is like speaking for itself right now. All right. Okay. And what's the one thing that you're going to implement immediately based on our chat?
I'm going to the beach. With my good camera and my good microphones, and I'm going to spend some time, workshopping some new videos I can post on my website and my social media, just reintroducing my community and introducing myself to the community.
All right. There's a caveat to that though, Vanessa. You got to pinky promise me, do not become that corporate robot and sound like an AI, right? I want you to be like, no, Tarlene said, I need to look in the mirror. Let me look in the mirror. Oh my God, look in the mirror. Okay, boom, record. Pinky promise.
I pinky promise.
Right? Because you're talking to women. They vibe off that emotion. Yeah. The minute you become, well, I'm a business consultant and I do this and I do that, it's going to fall flat on your face. So constantly like, okay, I'm going to get the mirror. I'm going to talk to myself. I'm talking to young Vanessa here. No, I'm talking to Vanessa who just lost her job. That's your client. Yeah. Okay. Well, do you believe that you can do this on your own based on our conversation, building up your personal brand and shoving it back into your business? Or do you feel like you need a little bit more guidance?
This was definitely helpful. So I'm not going to ever say that I don't need more guidance. I'm sure I can get started, but a community is always of help. Like I said, this opportunity just to kind of have you as a sounding board is definitely helpful. So guidance is sure.
How would you feel based on everything that we discussed if we can nail everything and then some in less than 100 days?
Ooh, I mean, that would be fantastic, because that'll take us right into the new year, into that first quarter.
Yeah. Well, girl, you and I need to talk, because that's exactly what the Fairy BOSSmother does. Before we wrap up, Vanessa, how was this for you? And do you have any last words to say to me?
Thank you so very much for your time, for all of the great things, for your content. I definitely felt well prepared coming into this conversation, and I feel even better after having the conversation. So I look forward to hanging out with you and getting to know more about what I can do to showcase myself in the best light.
Yeah, girl, I believe in you so much. Go on that beach. You deserve it after the hitting that I did for you. And I can't wait to see what this next level of you becomes in the next few months.
Thanks again, Sarah.
If you enjoyed this episode of the Fairy BOSSmother Show and feel ready to build your $1 million personal brand, download the Personal Brand Starter Kit for just $29 and learn the exact system I use to turn small business owners into $1 million personal brands. Go to brandlikeabosskit.com or snap the QR code on this video. See you soon.